The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Candace.
Yes.
As your mama once told you, dig out your clean underwear for tomorrow. Storm is a-coming.
I'm not looking forward to it. You know, I don't like bad weather or stormy weather.
Well, this is a level 2, and let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit as we begin this morning about what is expected. I don't want anybody caught off guard as we pull up your 7-day forecast. This is kind of how it looks here. 90% chance of that wet stuff tomorrow there. And then we've got a small chance on Saturday, not big. But as we get into this, let's talk about this level. We'll go to radar and just show you what is expected. This is a level 2 for basically the entire state of Mississippi. West Alabama is also under this. As we'll see, this will be damaging winds of 60 miles an hour possible, severe storms, and also, if you'll notice, tornadoes. Now, I want everybody to be aware that it's been quite a few months since we even had the threat of severe weather, so alarms going off and people go, oh, that's nothing. Don't treat it that way. Look at this. This is what is up and coming in our direction as we look at radar. This is that storm is at Wichita Falls right now, just from Abilene up through here. This will make its way here tomorrow. Look at that entire state, all the way over to Montgomery. So we'll watch it closely and let you know how this becomes, and if it does become anything.
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope.
Maybe it'll go away. Did y'all have a great weekend?
Pretty good, I guess. We just...
Yes.
Well, my little boy hurt his wrist Friday, so that's been he's been, kind of dealing with that all weekend. We've all been dealing with it, but...
Well, I hope
anyway,
everything gets better
yeah, we're
there.
going to get it checked out today. I mean, because we just kind of were giving it time to see how it was. But anyway, we had a pretty good weekend, though. It was a beautiful weekend.
Made our way downtown, and I don't want anybody to take what I'm fixing to say wrong. But I've been to NASCAR, I've been out to Why Not, and I've seen fast cars. But I saw the absolute fastest parade I've ever seen. And it was over.
The parade.
Me and Dylan Ray were unloading the camera there to go down and do the video of the parade. By the time I set it down, where is it? It was gone.
Did they not have a lot
It
of
wasn't
entries?
A lot of participants. I think it was 4 what I was, but it was over. I got there at 6:02, got to the street corner at 6:06, and there was no parade.
Well, I guess
I've never
so.
had one start on time.
But I guess that if you were competing for wasn't there a prize? Like
Right, but
scariest and best?
what is scary on that is I don't think they even got enough entry fee to pay for the.
Oh well,
Because it was a $100 prize and you had about 4 entries. But and again, I don't want you to take anything wrong. It was just one of those. I was also going to enter the parade and I never got around to it. And apparently, the rest of everybody was like me. I'm going to get around to it. So
Well,
my bad as
I
well.
hate that it wasn't as
But it was tons of people downtown Meridian over the weekend that turned out for the big event. I don't know if you saw any of the pictures that we got to post of what was going on down there, but
with
great
buds and burgers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to, here's a view from that as we pull this up. Let me hit one more button so everybody can see these pictures. This was the scene down there from City Hall. Big turnout as we see that.
Yeah, that is a big turnout. I said buds and burgers. It's bud and burgers.
Well, it depends on how long you had been there. You might have started been saying buds. That's a possibility.
Could have been a buzz and burgers. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's a nighttime view, and I would hit play, but it's very loud of the music, the laughter. But so much happened there that night, and I hope you did get out. A lot of teams very competitive for the overall winner of the big butt. I don't know who won.
So did you taste test?
We did one, and I decided it was a little long for me. I didn't want to wait in line anymore.
Oh, so they had a real long
Yeah,
line.
you stand it because it was a
okay.
lot of people.
Yeah.
But they were whooping up some hamburgers, let me tell you.
So they had the game on, I'm sure, for everybody
Yes,
to watch.
and that was a disaster, as we pointed out that it was going to be.
What was, do we know the overall?
30-6. We're not sure who that team Alabama was playing, but
Yep.
it wasn't good.
Oh, well.
It was one of those games, seriously, and I watched about 10 minutes of it, and that's all I could handle. It was one of those that was, you knew the outcome just by glance. It was bad. There was never a moment of, oh, come on, that intent, never. And then we had Ole Miss lose. LSU came on in and whooped up on that hottie toddies. I do think Southern won. if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I wasn't watching any ball games, but yeah, I try to keep up with the ending scores and stuff, and I didn't even look at it this weekend.
Well, now
I'm
that you
busy.
brought up ball games, let's just go ahead and jump into this. Did you hear about this at Meridian High School?
I did not.
Might not hear about this a lot of places, but you'll hear it here. 3 arrested at Meridian High School Friday night. And you go, well, what's so special about that? Oh, wait a minute. They had guns. Yeah, they were attempting to come on campus at the ball game with, and we have to say great job to the police for stopping
Yes.
this. And I'm not real good at pronouncing names, but we'll do our best as I try to say it correctly. 2 brothers, Kelvin Murkowski, possibly. Is that close?
I think it's Maurici or Mariske or
Okay.
Mariske.
24, and his brother Kellicky. Am I close? Am I wrong?
think so.
And then also Wilson Gates. I've got your name down, Pat. There, 21, arrested for having, and again, suspects for having. You cannot have guns on possession of a weapon on educational property, and that's what the charge was.
Yeah.
So, and again, you want to read the story. This is what it looks like as you go to sammedia.network. You can find it all there.
Do they have like metal detectors?
Believe
when
they
you
have
walk in?
installed that.
That's good. I think it's a good thing, you know.
Now, and I have to be perfectly honest, the last football game that I attended was when I walked out of Northeast High School back in 87 was the last game that I've been to. I haven't been to a lot of ball games since then. I was usually working those hours there, but from what I'm told, it was.
I used to go because my daughter cheered, and
Yeah.
and then my son played soccer, and so.
Another thing that happened last night, breaking news from
Oh, it
Fox.
was like breaking news. Another thing that happened last night. Yeah.
Fox News, and we do have some breaking news on this. The Meridian Police Department were called out last night. Now, after someone reaches a hospital, I have no way of knowing welfare of what went on, but I know the search began. An investigation is probably into this morning. Let's pull this up where you can take a look at this, of the map of what we've got here. Everybody knows where 8th Street is. This is going to be where Wendy's is. You know where that is? Red light right there?
Yes.
Well, let's go one block behind it, right along here. Around 1:55 a.m., Meridian Police Department received a call from somebody that was going down the road, and they go, there's a baby. There's a child, and it's naked in the road. So they call the Meridian Police Department, and sure enough, around 1:55 a.m., a child somewhere in the age of 2 to 3 was found wandering the streets with no clothes. The child was
Lord.
taken to the hospital to be checked. A precautionary thing. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with the child, and I'm sure that maybe by now an investigation is underway to find out who the child belonged to. And they could have found that in the early morning hours. I hadn't gotten a report back from MPD, but do we know how scary and
What
he
could have
s-
happened?
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
It makes your heart stop for a moment.
I mean, usually the streets at that time are not real busy, but still, I mean, anything could have happened.
Now, and again,
Anything.
we don't know the whole story. There's a lot of children. I spoke to someone earlier this morning that said they had a sister that was really bad when they were children of sneaking off.
Yeah.
If they could unlock the door, they were gone.
That is scary. It is.
And I think she was doing the same thing with no clothes on. Just had that, at
Well,
3.
Well, some kids too. I mean, some of them will take
Now,
off their.
it becomes a problem at 40 when you do that. And we see that on North Hills a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Goodness.
call him the streak.
But yeah, hopefully they'll get down to the bottom of that and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. Let's go over to Highway 39 last night. Y'all heard about this? Armed robbery went on last night. Now, we don't know if a gun, what went on there, if a knife was used, if it was a spoon, whatever, but we do know it was considered an armed robbery, as Meridian Police Department was called. And let's pull this up where we can take a look here. This is Highway 39. EMEPA sits here about where the police car is. That's Johnson Toyota. The gas station that is directly across called City King.
Yes.
A male walked in with a mask on, left with an undetermined amount of either cash or items from the store. Police were looking for that. Hopefully that is going to be solved, and we are waiting for a reply from MPD for more information on this, of where the status of that is. Sometimes it goes over to CID, and it takes a little while before we get a little information on that. But busy night there.
I'm glad nobody was hurt.
Yeah, and if there's a silver lining of anything, and we want to be honest about this. This is only October. Between now and January, the colder it is, the more we see of these type of events that happen with crime.
Well, holidays too. You know, people know that there's packages in cars and stuff. Of course, you know, I was thinking this morning on how the economy is. I just really feel for Christmas coming. You know,
Right.
people trying to buy Christmas presents and stuff. But crime does get higher around the holidays.
Don't be hanging your lingerie out on the clothesline because people will come take it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I guess they'd have to be pretty desperate for some lingerie. They
But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, as they'll say.
I guess so. Yeah.
Already 8:10. We've got a lot more local things that are going on this morning. Plus, we've got the holiday extravaganza coming up, and we're going to find out if anything has been taken from Becky's clothesline before. That's all next. Y'all don't rush off. It's breaking news. We're going to find out. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
The Square Peg Mini Mall is located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia. And they're getting ready for the Christmas season with a large variety of furniture and over 30 vendors to browse through. You can take advantage of the layaway on furniture and not pick it up until Christmas Eve. The inventory is constantly updating, and there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Family owned and operated, where they treat you like family. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall located at 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia. Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. It is Monday morning, October the 24th. We'll tell you here in a little while about candy, and there's so many events between now and a week from today. We got 7 days of candy going on somewhere.
That's right. Going to be busy.
A
lot of hyped up children.
Chili, it's just the fall festivals. It's going to be a lot of, and remember always, if you're going to have a hayride, have somebody follow you with blinkers on. It just is extra precaution.
And you can put lights around your trailer, which is always a really good idea, just to be, not just on the back. If you could put them around the edge,
Can't be too careful with those things. As we mentioned, our special guest this morning, as we've got the holiday extravaganza comings up this weekend at the Lauderdale County Agri Center. We welcome Becky. How in the world are you?
I'm good.
All right. Pull that mic a little bit taller up toward your head there, toward that mic.
There you go.
I can hear you now.
All right.
How are you?
I'm good.
So have you ever lost anything in a clothesline, whether it was taken or some heavy winds?
No.
No?
No. I don't even have a clothesline.
Do y'all remember back in the day when your parents used to do that and everything you wore was sandpaper?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my mother used to hang, when I was like in junior high school, she used to hang our towels out on the line, and I always knew that, because they did feel like sandpaper.
That is the
And she always thought
thing.
it, and they do not, a lot of people love it. They love the smell of hung out sheets. And,
Yeah, not me.
Me either.
I want as soft as can be.
Me too. Yeah.
Really.
But tell us a little bit about what you've got coming up. What are we going to find there? What's up?
It's the Holiday Extravaganza gift show. It's this weekend, Saturday, 9 to 4. It's at the Lauderdale County Ag Center. We have literally something for everybody.
Now, how many booths?
We have 130.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So it's so much, it won't be like you come in and you go, well, I've seen it all. It will take a little while to walk around to see all
and then
of
we
it.
have a lot of unique items that you can't find at your local store or something.
Like Jack's sausage dogs.
Exactly.
You can't find those everywhere, can you?
Exactly. And
If
he
you
will
don't
be
come for
there.
Anything else, you need to go get you a
Those are
sausage.
good.
That's right. Yes.
They are good.
So as we walk around, as Christmas is really not that far off. People get ready for this.
I know.
So house shoes, you got that?
Yes, we do.
So I had a feeling.
See?
I tried to
Yeah.
pull one on you, but you come out there. But it's clothes and any type of item,
All
crafts are
kinds.
there?
Yeah, we have all kinds of
Candles.
clothes. T-shirts, boutique clothes, shoes. We've got food. We've got baked goods. We've got floral arrangements. We've got Christmas decorations, ornaments. Just about anything you can think of.
And
I bet you could get all your Christmas gifts about just there, you know.
That 9 o'clock, is that the time to be there?
Mm-hmm. From 9 to 4.
9 to 4, there will be so much to browse around, take a look at. Y'all have gotten ready for this. How many years you been doing this, Becky?
I think this is our 8th year.
Wow. So, and people have come really accustomed to coming to your shows.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And we were, has it already been a year since the last time we were out there?
It really doesn't seem like it's been a year,
been.
because I can remember, I mean, it might have been a few months back or something, but it just flew by. It really did. But this is a really good thing for people to go and get gifts or get decor for holiday season. You know, you want to decorate your home. And
it's all in one location. You don't have to travel anywhere or get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So
what else, like, you have candles?
We
like
have candles.
Somebody
We
doing
have
candles, because that's always a great gift.
We have candles. We have bath items. We have really, we have men's items, so men's T-shirts, men's wallets, men's caps, children's clothes, toys.
Somebody just asked if Naked Man was going to be there doing autographs. I don't think he's going to be there.
I don't think so. I hope not.
But it is a lot as you walk around and look at this. I spent 2 or 3 hours there last year walking around taking a look at what you had.
It's a lot. And we have more vendors this year, so.
And it doesn't cost anything to get in, does it?
It's free admission.
Yeah, that's what's good.
I think it's always
plenty of parking.
Yeah, it's a neat thing to see how creative people can be. I mean, like making their own. It's always a good thing to buy local, and this is a good opportunity for people to buy things local.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I said there's a lot of unique stuff there that you can't just go buy somewhere else.
Well, like, give me an example. You've got a boutique, I guess is that word that's always tough for me to say. Boutique, I'm learning it. But what do you have in your boutique, Becky?
I have house shoes. There you go. We have like caps, and I have a lot of the men's wallets, and they're all the RFID. We have a lot of gift items, like ready to give gift items, soups, dips that are packaged for you. I don't know, keychains, just a little bit of everything.
So for the ladies who want to go and their husbands might want to go with them and they want to encourage them to go, some might not encourage them to go.
Does that sound like a message to someone?
They can always
get
them a Jack smoked sausage dog and sit around and eat. That's right.
What do they have for the guys? Is there, like, can you name off some stuff?
They have, they have wallets. We have, and I really don't know a lot of the people that are coming. The back porch is coming. So I'm sure they'll have some stuff for me.
All coolers and all kinds of things.
Yeah, just all kinds of things.
That'd be great, yeah.
Right. Well, we're getting ready for that, and we appreciate it. Now, are you shut out? You taking any more, or is that boat sailed?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, that boat is sailed.
Yeah. But that's great, 100 and something people, 100 and something vendors,
Come on out and enjoy yourself. Again, this kicks off 9 a.m. Saturday morning, as we'll welcome you to Lauderdale County Agri Center. You hang around, Becky. We'll have some more questions for you in just a moment. As we get this already Monday morning underway, as we get things going today, let's talk about a few other things that have gone on in the community over the weekend. We had a car chase. Nothing like a good car chase, is it?
That's a weekly thing, too. Yeah.
It is. Well, this one started at 26th Street, 10th Avenue. It started out, I think, at about 30 miles an hour. It got up a little quicker there as Meridian Police got after someone. They didn't stop clean until they got over to Front Street near Meridian Honda. They got to that stop sign and jumped out and commenced to running. They weren't as fast as the police, I might add. Yeah. Someone rode downtown, a new pair of shiny handcuffs. No word yet. Did you hear that over the weekend in Brookhaven?
No, I didn't.
Brookhaven, Mississippi, which is south of here. They had somebody escape with handcuffs. I mean, can you imagine running around?
How are you going to hide that?
Yeah, like, behind your back.
Yeah.
I would trip and fall.
I would too. I would face plant right into the ground. Yeah.
But I know he had made at least 24 hours. They could have been caught by this morning, but I have no idea. But that is scary.
That is scary. Gosh.
I mean, you can't even call
people running, though, from the cops in their car. I mean, they better kiss that goodbye when, like, electric cars going. They won't be.
If you get if you were to cut your best friend's handcuffs off, isn't that aiding and abetting a felon? That
probably so.
You see it on the movies all the time.
Probably not be a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah. thought y'all might want to know that. So if you're down there and he passes you. Another thing that happened in our community, let's go to Clark County. County Road 631. Friday, while they were at work, they come home to find that their house had been broken into, their ATV stolen, and a huge amount of guns and ammo taken from their home. Let's show you the ATV that is missing. Clark County Sheriff's Department is looking for this. Someone tries to sell you this. You see it pass you on a trailer. That's it. Now let's look at the truck that was involved. We had 2 different security cameras from the area from different homes catch the truck pulling it. This looks to be, that's a little bit better picture here. This is what they refer to as a cat-eyed Chevrolet. That 2003 model to 6 with the bow tie in the middle. Looks to be gold in color, a 2-wheel drive, extra cab Chevrolet truck. May have been used. If you recognize that truck, call the Sheriff's Department. You can even call Ward or Billy, and they'll be glad to contact the Sheriff's Department there to get them in touch. We'd like to get these folks' stuff back to them.
Yes.
That,
Can't
just,
stand a thief.
I know, just wrong. Boy, did you hear all the sirens in southern Clark County yesterday? It was going on. We go to Clark County Hot Topics as we show you this. It was a grass fire that got out of hand, and I think they had all hands on deck. Everybody that was in a volunteer fire department in the area had to show up and help out with this. As we look at a few of these pictures, this is how quick it can happen.
And you wonder how something like that, somebody could as easily throw like a cigarette out of their car window and it catch on fire. Or like you said, pulling a trailer, the chains might cause a spark because right now it's so dry.
Right.
It's just, they're urging people not to burn, but they said they got it contained.
Yeah, it took about 8 hours to get that out. Now, somebody's whole Saturday was gone. Sunday afternoon was gone. They didn't get to do anything other than fight some fires. But thank heavens they got that out.
Yes.
Meridian, as this would be a twofold type situation, as we report to you gunfire. That happens, and people go, well, no, didn't anything happen? We had a homeowner call the Meridian Police Department and say, hey, somebody shot at my house. Well, the police arrived. And this is where we'll go here. Let's pull this up here. This is the 200 block of 24th Street. We go, we don't see anything. Well, come morning light, as the homeowner got up and had their morning coffee, they couldn't help but notice the bullet holes in their house. So they call MPD back out to do a further investigation. And again, this is east of Highway 39. This will be just across the street from where the robbery was.
Okay.
As we'll look at, let me pull the map back up where you can see this again. Right up in here is where the robbery was. This is down here. This is Old Marion Road. Before you get to Walmart, before you get to EMEPA. This is
kind of behind Jack's.
Yeah, well, not
area.
quite there. You know where the AT&T store is over here? Directly across the road from there. And that's where the home was shot up. But that area, and Dwayne, I think that's your Dwayne Davis. I think that is your division there. People.
So that would kind of be behind the fire department area over there? Okay.
Right along in there.
Yeah.
So we hate it happened, but a home did get struck with bullets. That's not the only place. Let's go here to 1900 block, 13th Street area. Right along in here, we had more bullets reported. And let's back out where you can see this a little bit better where this is. This is going to be west of Highway 39. This is going to be Dairy Queen right in here. It'll be further west here. And that's where other gunshots were heard. Now, I didn't get any damage on there. I also had a very, very sweet lady contact me yesterday morning from Saturday night, and she goes, do you know anything about some shooting on 24th Avenue? And I said, I might have, and she sends me a screenshot of where she called 911 to report it. Now, I didn't get anyone with damage on 24th to 23rd Avenue. This would be just behind Anderson's Hospital.
Okay.
But as she reported it to 911, that something did go on. A lot of activity in our streets and overnight. Did I mention the 600 block of 21st Street also? I think I didn't. Let's go ahead and share that with you also. More shots there. A common occurrence that happens overnight. That's where we were in all of that. And again, that's not to scare anybody. It's to inform you of what goes on in our communities.
People want to know. I mean, they want to know what's going on around them. Because even if you don't hear it, you still want to know if it's anywhere near you.
Right.
Or kind of avoid certain areas.
So if you encounter something like that, please let us know. Inboxes, send it to us, send a telegram, all that good stuff. Any way you can get here. Now, have you ever, I've always heard people talk about it. It would be kind of like the spaceship that rolled through the other night through here and ended up being some satellites.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a spaceship. Kind of sounded like it.
Yeah.
The Northern Lights, are you familiar with them?
I've heard of them and I've seen pictures, but I've never been, and I'd love to go. It's
Peggy
beautiful.
Sue Joyner sent us some pictures of the Northern Lights. She got to witness it firsthand. Look at this. Is that not absolutely gorgeous?
It is.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is pretty.
You would, in Mississippi, think the Green Martians had arrived if you walked outside and saw that.
That's right. Yeah, you would. But I mean, I wish I could see a video too of them, because they're kind of like, it's just kind of like different lights going in the sky. It's not just one.
Now, it's bound to be on
mobile.
YouTube somewhere that you can find it. We'll have to check that out after the show.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure there is somebody that's got all that.
But this was in Iceland. Yeah. You can see them in Alaska, I think, certain parts.
Iceland is just beautiful country. If you've never looked at the pictures of that.
I have a client that I guess they're there. I don't know if they're still there, but that's where they were going. That was their trip, and she was so excited. But I can imagine it would be beautiful there.
It would be there. Let's see here. I mentioned this to you as you were coming up. My little dog Ellie has gotten a new outfit, and I think it fits her better than the others. Let me show you a picture of little Ellie. She was all about it this morning. She got her something to keep warm in.
I saw her in it this morning. I said, "Oh, you got a new sweater."
That dog
so
is
cute.
something else, y'all.
She's cute.
She's everywhere. My Sophie dog wishes that she would find a new home. Like, leave me
She's on her
alone.
ears all the time. Yeah.
Everything. Alaska is cold, Jeremiah Johnson says. Apparently he's been there and visited. Now, the closest I've come is watching Mountain Men.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting show there of what they do, and you better know where you are come dark 30. Just not quite for me.
I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Maybe an Alaskan cruise, you know.
That does look pretty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's really neat.
A new thing, and we're going to have more problems with this, folks, in America, as this stuff becomes legalized. It's being sold in stores everywhere. These gummy bears that have the marijuana in them.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, this can be used for medical purposes also. But if you have these, you need to put them up. This is the first case of this that I know of. We have a nationwide in Virginia, a little boy who has died from it, overdosed. His mother
Just
had
ate too
him.
many of the gummies. They have that THC.
Marijuana,
Yeah.
Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. We are going to see more of this because is the word just lack of responsibility doesn't put it up. And kids are going to think that is candy.
It's scary to me that, I mean, you have that looks like candy. You have the fentanyl, or however you say it.
Right.
And they're talking about looking like nerds and looking like Skittles. And
Right.
you just really have to be.
And if you watch Crocodile Dundee, there's other things that, well, look like they're one thing and they're not, actually.
Right.
Great movie. But with all sincereness, y'all watch that with children. If you use those, and again, it is very helpful. On the medical side, we get that.
Yeah.
But just put this up. It is just as strong as they say, lock a gun up.
Yeah.
Lock this up. Don't leave this out where somebody can come along. And also, if you got somebody with issues in your family,
Right. Yeah.
like they try to dig in your medicine cabinet and take your medicine.
There are those. Yeah.
Yeah, it exists out there. Tom says he lived in Iceland for 2.5 years, witnessed the Northern Lights many times, never got tired of watching them. I bet that is just one of those beautiful things that you just
Can you
can't
imagine just being able to walk outside and.
not get shot at.
Right.
Oh, you were talking about lights. Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or get robbed.
Yeah.
Now, telling you, I don't know how, this next story, and I glanced at this story twice, and I thought, there ain't no way. Who's got the time, number one? But I guess if you've got millions of taxpayers' dollars, you can train anything to do anything. They are training mice to be the next rescue. They're putting cameras on mice to let loose in earthquake places to go into the rubble with cameras to see if they find anybody that is hurt. It really is a great idea. I'm not making fun of that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, How does spring training work for this?
Yeah, how do you train mice? I mean, how do you
Are they smarter than we know?
Maybe they are. I don't know. I guess they are pretty smart, especially the ones that you try to get in the little traps and you go in there and the cheese is gone and the trap's thrown. And
yeah. I mean, Americans for years have been trying to send their wife into a store and get her back within 10 minutes. It can't happen. So how can we do this?
I don't know. But yeah, you kind of wonder, like, if you turned them loose in like a situation like that, would they come back? Even if they're trained. I mean, you would hope they'd come back.
Might lose your camera. Well, I guess you'd know where they are. Anyway,
it is a neat thing, though.
That's some headlines. I found that interesting.
They got a little backpack with a camera on it. Yeah.
8:29 with Scotty Ray and Candace. It is Monday morning, October the 24th. We are warming into the 50s now. Headed for a high of about 80 today. So much more. Y'all don't rush off. As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
You'll fall in love with all things autumn at Al's Garden and Gift. Come awaken your senses with a bountiful selection of pumpkins in a variety of colors and sizes. Choose a mum and handmade wreath for an entrance. Select a fragrant Tyler candle or glamorous wash to freshen up indoors and the laundry. Savory spices, grilling sauces, gourmet jellies, Mississippi cheese straws, salsas, and Captain Rodney will make tailgating even more fun. Santa's elves are preparing for an exciting shopping season. Christmas open house is Sunday, November 6th. Al's Garden and Gift, a charming place to harvest memories and gifts this fall.
On this field, as on the gridiron, each inch is fought for and marked by sweat. Each inch taken through disciplined training. With a Kubota L2501 tackling each inch in the trenches, whether those inches are measured here or here, all adding up to yards. For each yard, Kubota measures victory, and the touchdown is Parrish Tractor. Here, we're much more than a tractor store.
Welcome back. Well, we got our friends at Maples One Stop that are there for you today, whether it's gas or food. And there's a lot of folks right now looking for a biscuit, and they've got it for you in Causeyville and also the 31st Avenue store. If you're looking for a great breakfast, jump on in, get you some bacon and eggs. It's good stuff there. Lunchtime will be ready in just a little while. We'll let you know exactly what that is with the Post. Always happening there. And that coffee, some of the best in town, and absolutely one of the cleanest places you'll walk into. They're all over town. With Mellow Yellows, well, they even got Diet Right, I think. If they got a Sun Drop, they can dig you up a Diet Right.
Oh, yeah, Sun Drop. That's a good one. Yeah.
Pine Springs, they got pizza for you. And, of course, lottery tickets as it keeps climbing into the millions. Get yours today. Could be a winner. From Pine Springs, Bonita, Causeyville, Chevron, over to the Last Chance Tobacco on 493, Broadmoor, and the 31st Chevron. Oh, there you go. All happening there. We brought up, Becky, where are you at over there? There's Becky. Here. I was asking Candace, as we saw Al's commercial there, had the red bird in it.
Yes.
Now, do y'all fall for that is supposed to be someone that's passed away coming back to check on you?
I mean, I've heard that a number of times, and I've heard that, and I've heard, like, butterflies. Like, because I always have this blue every time in the spring or when the butterflies show up, I'll see no other butterflies but this one blue butterfly, and I always feel
because he can't get out.
It kind of stays right around. No, it's like a blue one every time.
But you missed the whole point. I asked you, did you believe it?
I do kind of feel like, I think
you do fall for that, or no, maybe not fall
for that,
but you believe it.
I do. I think it's really how somebody feels, maybe.
Okay, Becky, are you into this?
Told you I wasn't answering that question.
Oh, come on now, tell me. I mean, like when a red bird
I
flies
hardly
up
ever
to
see
your
a red bird or a blue butterfly, so I guess nobody loves me.
There you go.
I like the thought of that it could be,
it would be a comforting thought anyway.
Yeah.
I bet you liked story time when you was a kid. Once upon a time. Candace was all in it from there. Woo, Lord, I believe it.
Well, I think whatever heals your heart. That's what I think.
Well, what a unique way to put it. That is a good politically correct answer. It is. And there's a lot of people that do believe that. I joke about it. But truly, my mother is one of those that I was over at her house and she was telling me that, and I was just looking at her like,
a lot of
who
people
told you
do,
this?
Though. I feel like it's, I will say this.
Say it.
I had a dream one time, and it was somebody that come back as a bird in my dream, and they were talking to me. Yeah. In my dream, they had already passed, but said, and I was like, "What are you?" I was shooing the bird away from me in my dream, and it kept landing on me, and I was like, "What in the world?" And anyway, I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Well, this is the only way I could get down here to talk to you."
Y'all remember that segment on Saturday Night Live?
It's right after somebody passed away. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Tanya Tucker had that song, "I'll Come Back as Another Woman." Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, boy, cheated on her. She's come back as another woman. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at what happened today in history. Anybody remember the name the Big Bopper? Mm-hmm. He made the wrong choice of being on the airplane with Richie Valens and Buddy Holly that night. But today was the day that the Big Bopper was born in 1930. Chantilly Lace. Y'all remember all that?
Man, pretty.
Yeah, what a great song that was. And that was big news back then. He was it. But it was February 3rd of 1959. Can you believe that that's been that long ago that we lost Buddy Holly? Mm. It's just shocking.
Time's a flying.
Oh, I got to address it. Vicky just asked me, Scotty, do I believe in the red bird thing? I don't. I think they're just red birds that happen to be flying by.
Mm-hmm. Some people believe that when you pass, you're gone, and that's it. I don't know.
I didn't say I didn't think that people come back. I just don't think they pick a bird.
I don't know. Who knows?
It is an interesting concept as we have Halloween coming up where people truly believe that there are spirits among us.
Yeah.
Then we'll get into Christmas. Alabama will tell you all about angels amongst us. Mm-hmm. You just missed that version of the song.
Well, if a red bird ever flies over and something lands on your hat, it might be somebody you made mad.
That's called bombardiers, isn't it? Try to get away from pigeon. Do you know who the name Kevin Kline is? Anybody know that name? Mm-hmm. One of the best movies. He's been in a lot of movies, and if you've never, this goes back to the mid-'90s. If you have not watched this movie, go watch it today. It's called Dave. Anybody remember that?
I do remember it.
Celebrating a birthday, and he just happened to look like a current president at that time, and he was asked to fill in as the president, a lookalike. Y'all, I bet there ain't no telling how many times that truly happens.
Yeah.
Doubles is what that's called.
It has Sigourney Weaver in it.
Do y'all know the name Mark Gray? Anybody know that? Mm-hmm. He was a Mississippian. He had a big song out years ago called On the Left Side of the Bed. As a matter of fact, he also sang with the group Exile. Do you remember Exile?
I do remember.
Also wrote Alabama's Take Me Down, The Closer You Get. Those hits, number one. He died in 60. He was from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Pretty big deal there for us to have somebody from that. But Exile, I Don't Want to Be Another Memory, bunch of songs. I Want to Kiss You All Over. Mm-hmm. Cornbread, Where Are You? I've heard you sing that on karaoke night. 1972, everybody remembers this baseball legend. Jackie Robinson would pass away on this date back in 72. That's been so long ago now. I was nothing but a mere 3 years old.
What was the name of the movie about him? Was it?
You had to ask me.
I mean, what did it have his name? Was it Jackie?
I don't remember, but I remember there being a movie.
Yeah.
Becky, do you got an answer for us as we go to our live studio audience?
There is a movie, though, about Jackie Robinson.
Think so?
Yeah, it is.
Let's see what else happened today. Drake. Now, I don't know anything Drake has done, but I do know his name. So for me to know his name, he's got to be pretty big there. He's a rap artist and also an actor. Drake. He was born on this date. Mm-hmm. Didn't know he was Canadian, though. Had no idea that until I read all that.
In Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah. 1994. I remember this is when he had a mullet and a big mustache, and people didn't know who he was. Mm-hmm. But he was starting to be a household name. Anybody remember this song as it was released today? Tim McGraw. Y'all remember that look with the mullet?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the vest with the poet sleeves.
Is that what that's called?
Dress shirt. Yeah.
I thought that was the Three Musketeer sleeves.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could call it something like that. I always thought it. I had a shirt like that.
Did you?
Time. I had the poet sleeves. They were like these big. That's what I remember calling them. But I remember the vest being a.
I asked this because I really don't know these things. Where do you think that name come from? Poet sleeves.
I don't know it. I don't know it. I was thinking in my mind. Remember how people used to say, I'm a poet and didn't know it?
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, though. I don't know if poets wore sleeves like that, actually, but I just remember him saying.
But if you go back to that album, Not a Moment Too Soon, that was a big hit. We would also, the very first song that charted for him on that was Indian Outlaw. If y'all remember that, nobody really heard of Tim McGraw. It was catchy.
Yeah.
Catch Me in My Tom Tom. It was a great song. Went on to have Don't Take the Girl, and then he wanted her at the end. Oh,
that was a sweet song.
It was. Down on the Farm. All about fishing. Takes us back.
He has had some great hits. He really has. Good music.
And all I can say about Tim McGraw is he is really a good person. If you've never met him, he
is a
truly,
very good actor. I will say that.
You're going to say good looking man. I thought that was coming.
Well, I mean, he's nice looking too, but he is a really good actor. I mean,
Becky, scale of 1 to 10. Looks how you got Tim McGraw on there. 10 being the highest.
I don't know.
Come on, you have to give me something here.
Let's do 8.
She's going with 8. What do you go? 8 or higher?
I'm gonna say 8. It's pretty
Okay,
good.
he's
That's pretty good.
all right. The movie was 42, Don says. Thank you, Don.
Okay.
Appreciate that. And if you're watching at home and wonder why we keep pointing at the television and answering things, you can join us online on YouTube, or you can join us on Facebook and type in with us and give us answers as we talk. Yes. 2005, this lady went down in history. You will know the name as soon as I say her. She passed away on this date. Rosa Parks passed away at 2005. It all started with a ride on a bus, if y'all remember that. Also, let's see what went on today. Anybody remember? I remember as a kid, not thunking.
We can't talk.
I'm thinking. But I was thinking, because it was very distinctive as a child growing up in Mississippi, when you bumped into somebody somewhere else, you realized even then at 5 or 6 years old, they don't sound like me. Mm-hmm. And this was my first example of Bobby Barberino. Mm-hmm. I think that was his name. Wasn't that his name? Vinny Barberino? Uh-huh. Yeah. Welcome back, Carter. The wife of Carter, she passed away. Her name was Marcia Strassman. She passed away on this day back in 2014. A beautiful lady.
She was pretty.
I never knew her name until last night.
Yeah, she was pretty.
Okay. Oh, who couldn't forget? I Found My Thrill.
Oh, yeah, on Blueberry Hill. Yeah.
Fats Domino passed away on this date back in 2017, believe it or not. What a legend that man was. He went on and on and on. And as a kid, I watched this. We'd always on, I think it was don't quote me on this, maybe a Thursday night. This show would come on and we'd sit down and we'd go to the governor's mansion.
Yeah, I watched this.
Yeah, Benson. How do you pronounce his last name?
Gilami?
I never could pronounce that.
Is it Guillaume? I don't know.
It's something like that. Anyway, Benson passed away on this date back in 2017, and he was a great actor, and he was in a lot of movies. And the little girl, I don't know why I remember her name. Her name was Katie. Maybe she had such a bigger part on the TV show. It was good.
I wonder if she is that girl that's on like some of the Hallmark movies. You know, she's a blonde-haired girl. She kind of favors her.
Maybe. Angie pointed out that girl that was on the Wonder Years. I had no idea that she was on all those Hallmark shows.
Yeah.
She called her name
Winnie on the Wonder Years, and she's played a number of different roles in Hallmark. Yeah.
We didn't get to watch that as a kid because it was so staticky. We couldn't pick up WTVA out of Tupelo back in the day because we were in the middle there in Kemper County, and you couldn't quite get that channel.
I remember having just 2 or 3 channels and having the tinfoil on the tinfoil on the antennas.
The outdoor extravaganza is coming this weekend. Becky's here. She's going to tell us a little bit more about it here in just a moment as we get our day underway with Scotty Ray and Candace. Good morning, y'all. Mark your calendars for the Holiday Extravaganza Gift Show, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, October the 29th. At the Lauderdale County Agri Center. From boutique items, jewelry, wooden items, T-shirts, tumblers and candles, soups and dips, home decor, and stocking stuffers. Gift ideas galore. Something for everyone on your Christmas wish list. That's Saturday, October the 29th from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. The Holiday Extravaganza at the Lauderdale County Agri Center.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Well, Chet's Paint and Body is there for you today. They're getting a lot of business here lately. Why? Because those animals, they're called deer, keep jumping out in front of cars. Watch them. But if you happen to have that issue, go by and see Chet. As it gets cooler, the more of this we're going to have. You can find them there, Highway 495 in the curve. If you're out by the reservoir, give them a call, 737-2961. Ask around, better yet. You bump into somebody that's used Chet before, and you're always going to get the same. They did a fantastic job with my car. That's what they do. They make sure that it's done correctly. Your paint is matched. They put it back. There's no rattles when they leave there. And they'll help you out getting you a car set up with your rental while you're kind of out of yours. And they're not one of these places that take your car and you never see it again for 2.5 months.
That's right.
Nope. They got business to take care of, and you're important to them. Chet's Paint and Body. You'll find them there in Center Hill, 9888 Highway 495. No matter what the issue is when it comes to your automobile, visit with them today. Insurance claims are welcome. Drop in and just find out why. Sean Humphrey's watching us from Houston, Texas today.
That's right. Good morning. And also, Angela Sanderford Cates wants to wish her son, Brandon Fluker, at West Lauderdale Middle School, a very happy birthday.
Oh, we are starting to see that as we look at statistics now nationwide, that numbers are down. I don't know what's going to happen 2 to 3 years out from this COVID adventure that we had, to where mathematics scores are down, reading skills are down. Even young toddlers are not learning to talk because of the mask. Everybody was covered.
You know, and a lot of people don't realize how much of an impact that is on small children learning to talk, because they have to see people speaking to see how some words are formed, you know. Mm-hmm. That does have they do have issue with that.
And I guess I have a confession to make. Can you read lips? Like when somebody's talking in a room?
Yeah, I have to sometimes because I cannot hear good sometimes.
I can't. Yeah, you can try that all day, and I can't tell what you're saying to me. Maybe it's a gift, but I don't have that talent.
Sometimes, like, I've had the TV muted, and I can still see what they're saying by reading their lips, Sometimes.
Well, I'm glad you can.
Not everything, just some words.
I mean, they can almost have a little tone, and I still can't do it. No, don't know what you're talking about there. Have you heard all of this coming out of Texas, of the janitor who had a sexual disease that went around using the restroom and people's bottles of water?
Oh, my goodness.
13 people have stepped forward. There's some that now have a disease they cannot get rid of due to him. How sick. That's intentional. He should be locked up and the key thrown away. We'll see what becomes of this as we look at this.
That is awful.
And the only reason they caught him was video. At someone's desk doing this. I cannot imagine why someone would do that. And I tried to put that as politically correct as I could of what he was doing.
That's awful.
There was rumors over the weekend that Boris Johnson was coming back. She only made it like 42 days or so as prime minister. She has stepped down, which makes you think that there's one or two things. The job was too tough, or her political allies came up with a reason that she had to step down.
Yeah.
We never know what really went on behind the scenes, but Boris says that he has 102 people that would vote for him, but he's not going to do it. He's going to step aside and not run for prime minister again. At first, it was thought that he was coming.
I know she's not stepping down until they get a new one, right? Or she's not leaving until they have a new one.
Assumption. I don't know the answer to that.
I think that's what I saw her say, yeah.
That, I'm telling you, she wasn't in there long at all. There's more to that story, I'm telling y'all, than we will ever know. I mentioned this earlier this morning about Portland. They're finally seeing the light that people are leaving and people can't step over. They're homeless is just taking the streets. It looks like a third world country. They plan on starting something similar to what is being begun in New York City of these camps. Newsmax has fired somebody. I don't know if y'all saw this. She went out on a limb there and gave an opinion that she thought the United States, and what went wrong, she was trying to say that she had someone that told her this information, to where that the United States was being infiltrated for people, to more or less get rid of the patriots in America, get bad people in here. She couldn't back up what she said. They have fired her.
Well, I've watched her on Fox a number of times, and I think I haven't seen her really on Fox lately. You
No,
know, they used to have her on a whole lot, right?
She jumped from Fox to Newsmax. Now she's jobless. Her name is Laura Logan, is what it is. She's
said pretty outspoken.
Yeah, she said infiltrate 100 million illegal immigrants into the U.S. to dilute the called pool of patriots in America.
You know, she had a lot to say when all of the Ukraine stuff was going. You know, it's still going on, but I mean, when it all first come out, she had a whole lot to say about that.
And there's nothing wrong with having an opinion during a talk show and say, well, I think this, but she was trying to quote it as she was told. A source gave her that information. There was no way to back it up. She's backed into a corner, and they have cut ties with her. Yeah. Let's see. Let's go to some of this stuff. You just can't make this up. As we look across America, people that wanted to defund the police. They're one of the first to call the police when they're get rid of them. We don't want them. We don't need
until
them.
I need them. Yeah.
This happened as someone, as we see these cities being overrun, that threw feces into her yard. She wants the police to come help now.
I'd be like, here's a shovel, here's a bag.
I got a call order. It's going to be 3 hours before I can make it.
Yeah, that is horrible that somebody threw something in her yard. But, you know. It's just like, it's kind of like.
Here's a rarity, and I say this is a rarity. Any portion of the United States, this would not be that big of a big story, but we're talking California this morning. As a Christian baker, and again, in most stores that you go into, it usually has a sign up that says, we have the right to refuse anybody's business if they so decide. Well, they did that with a lesbian wedding. They didn't want to do it.
Right.
And it went before the judge. They were sued, and the judge says you can't sue them. It's their choice. You're trying to force your opinion upon this bakery to do something that their religious beliefs don't believe in.
Yeah.
Hard to believe that a judge ruled in their favor. In most cases, we tell you we've got judges that, how outlandish it is, sides with the other party. But we had the judge rule with the bakery this time.
Well,
shocking. We also saw not long ago there was a bakery to where a school, a university, and I don't have the name of the school in front of me, called a bakery racist and just went on a rant about it. Well, they sued and they won millions of dollars from the college because it was untrue.
Yeah.
Costs that they almost went under because of that school and what they done to them. Think before you talk is the best way to do that, especially of running someone's business down. That's just not nice to do that.
Right.
We got much more coming up. Becky's coming back to tell us more, her opinions about Redbirds and Blue Jays.
Yeah.
All that's next with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Folks, if your yard is needing grass and you need it quick, talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding. They offer residential and commercial. The great thing about this, it doesn't wash, the water treads, and it holds the soil in place. It's the easiest way to grow grass. That's hydro seeding. You'll get a great looking lawn without all the dry spots. How many times have you put out seed and it gets washed away, blown away, or even the birds eat it? Talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding, 601-728-1954. Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply is open because, well, they know that rain is coming tomorrow, and there's a lot of folks that want to get that seed in the ground. If you haven't done it yet, today is the day, as we'll have storms and rain tomorrow, 90% chance of that. And they've got anything when it comes to hunting season, as we're getting almost to a full-blown season there. Maybe you hadn't got your cameras out, one of yours is not working. Go by and get you a brand new one. They got plenty to choose from with all of the nice things that you'll need to take care of. Any scent that you're looking for or tractor, they got it there. Of course, we've got tents and blinds and, well, feeders as well. Maybe you need a stand. The gift shop has so much more and galore that you could drop in and visit around, take a look at. Maybe a
Yes.
chair, a swing, and a big old bow.
I'm sure they're getting ready for Christmas
Yeah.
stuff to go out. Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Still have fall.
Yeah, it's all there for you. Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Drop in and visit with them. The different signs of the fall is there, along with work boots for the guy that's got to do it. Of course, your cattle, they need a little help there too with feed and seed and a whole lot more. Visit with them. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 off the interstate is the place to go. Jerome Lee says, where was Jerome? He was commenting here a minute ago. You can't always get, you get what you ask for is what he was
Right.
saying. We refer to politicians as
About
what
the
we meant.
defunding the police and the
Yeah,
people,
buddy.
want to defund them until they need them. It's kind of like that. What I said the other day: don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah, it's a lot of that, and y'all would be shocked how many stories nationwide there is a day of people that were just all about this. That well, they need them after they say that.
Yeah.
Again, Becky, tell us what we've got coming up out at the Ag Center. What time's it start and when all the fun begin?
Okay, it's the Holiday Extravaganza Gift Show. It's Saturday, October 29th from 9 to 4 at the Lauderdale County Ag Center. And the entrance to the Ag Center is the back entrance. But there'll be
below.
signs. Yeah, there'll be signs showing you where to go.
So don't go to the top, go to the
No,
bottom.
go to the bottom. That way you won't have to come down the bleachers or the stairs.
That makes a lot
It's
of sense.
all on one
Save
level.
a few steps.
Yeah.
Of course, we got food there if you're coming for lunch, and this anything that you want for Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Bring your Christmas list.
It's gonna be fun.
Here's something to think on. I'll just quickly glance over this. The signs that you're getting old when you use your phone. They say that we've talked about this. The thumbs up. They're saying that that's a emoji that is old. Also, the red love heart. 22% those polls said that you're old if you do that. Huh. The okay hand. I use that all the time. Tick. And I don't know what that one is.
Who? Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
The monkey covering his eyes. I use that one a lot too. How does this make you old? Clapping hands?
Grimacing face.
Yeah, I don't quite get their list there as we go down. Let me see if I could find what it says if you're the hip. Yeah, we're not going to read that list. We just leave that alone. But signs you're getting old on your phone, I use every one of those, so I can't help it.
Yeah. I don't like when people use the abbreviations because I don't always know what they're talking about.
I know what you mean by
I have
that.
to sit there and go, what does that mean?
Yeah, that does happen. Quickly, I wanted to mention that the Fall Festival is coming to Collinsville Baptist Church. Here's what we've got coming up.
That's right. It's going to be this Wednesday night. It's going to be 5 to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be October the 26th. Food, fun, and fellowship. So,
Becky, thank you for coming in today and talking with us. We appreciate that.
yes,
We're going to head out as our Monday has begun. I almost got mixed up there.
I know. Monday.
Severe weather tomorrow. Y'all be careful today.
Have a blessed day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: